Hello, it's Oren Prunken, and today I am talking about junk mail. I love junk mail. I love going through the letterbox to see what kinds of ads people try to target me with. But today I'm talking about junk mail. In particular, I'm talking about the Australian federal election and all of the marketing material that has come through. So I want to lead this off with two principles. The first one is don't make an ad look like an ad. And the second one I'm going to talk about is the original clickbait. So when you are asking for votes for an election, the people that already love you, so your warm and your hot prospects, they already know you, they already like you, and they already trust you, they're part of your tribe, they have already been sold on who you are and what you stand for. So you do not need to reconvince those people to vote for you. Now, people that are cold prospects, people that don't know you, don't like you, don't trust you, that is a completely different story. So with that context, I want you to start to think about everything that I'm about to talk about. So the first cab off the rank is this flyer. Now this flyer talks about her, the candidate, all about her, where she went to school, where she lives, where she played netball, where she works, where she was a girl guide. And then when you flip it on the back, this side, down here, it's all I statements. I did this, I did that, my name is this. And then on the flip side, there are some dot points, some tick boxes of what she can do for you. Now, when I look at that, 75% of that flyer is all about her. Trying to convince her, prospects, cold prospects, because remember, all of the warm prospects are already convinced. Cold prospects like me, that I should be voting for her. It's all about her, nothing about me or what I want from my representative. Next one up looks like this. It actually looks like a Labor flyer. It's in Labor branding with the Labor brand colors. But when you flip it over, is it actually, see, still a Labor brand colors. Down the very bottom, it has got a statement saying that it was authorized by the Liberal Party. So what they are doing is they're taking a different tact. They're saying how bad Labor is. Now imagine if I went around in my business saying how bad all of the other competitors were and didn't even mention anything about what I could provide. Not only that, there's nothing about what they're even providing or promising, no dot points. So it's even worse than this one. This one actually has dot points of what they're going to achieve. This one just says how badly the competition has delivered. Next one up is this. This guy's face is on there. So he is a Labor candidate. And the problem with cold traffic is, just like what I did then, I laughed at him. I am going to judge this guy on his picture and picture alone. If you do not believe me, you are naive. I will tell you a little story. So many years ago, when I was applying for a job, I sent out a resume that had my name. Yes, my name, a weird name, Oren Prunken. Look at me, I look pretty Caucasian. I do not fit the stereotype of an Oren Prunken. Now, what would happen is people would be quote unquote racist. They would not give me job interviews. So what I did was went out and did the exact same resume, but put my photo on the resume. And guess what? I almost doubled the amount of callbacks just purely on that. So if you don't believe people judge on first impressions, you are living in a bubble. People judge on first impressions, especially cold prospects. I don't know him, I don't like him, I don't trust him yet. Now, if I did and I was a warm or hot prospect and I knew him, I liked him and I trusted him, having his photo on there is a great reminder of who he is, not for cold traffic. Now, what I have to do is I have to open it up and I have to look through it. Now, with all of these, right, all of these so far, in fact, before I go on to that point, the next one is this. This one, when you open it up, it's got brand colors for Palmer United Party, but it has no photo of him. All it has is dot points, so we're getting slightly better. I don't necessarily agree with these policies or the politician, but in terms of marketing, this is slightly better. When you flip it over though, it's got his face on it and it's covered in brand colors. Now, the whole purpose for marketing communication is what goes back to a gentleman named E. St. Elmo Lewis. He created an acronym called AIDA. Attention, interest, desire, and action. That's what it stands for. Now, all marketing communication, in fact, all sales communication at whatever level it is, has those four letters of the acronym: attention, interest, desire, and action. And if you want to translate that to something else, there's a hook. It has a story or a reason why you should be interested. It has an offer of what is in it for you. And then finally, it has call to action. Hook, story, offer, call to action. Every marketing and sales communication has that when you break it down. Now, the purpose of all of these flyers is to get someone to open it, get someone to read it, get someone to believe it, and then get someone to take action on that. With these first couple, this one, I don't even need to open it. All I need to do is look at it and literally it goes in the bin. I don't even get a chance to read it because it's got branding all over it. Same with this one. I don't even need to open anything to even read it. Read it and it goes straight in the bin. I haven't even got to the point of reading it, let alone seeing what their offer is and what their call to action is. This one, slightly better. I actually do have to open it to see what's in it, but it is only slightly better. Same with this one. I've got to open it to see what's in it, but really, really poor. If you're an average punter, that is a cold prospect, they are going to throw that in the bin. This is only useful for warm prospects, and they are already going to vote for you. Waste of money. Now, when we move on to the next one, we get this, a letter. Not even addressed to anyone. This is really good, although not so good. At the top, it says, important voter information for the 2019 federal election. That sounds important. And if I knew better, and I do know better, I would probably open this urgently. But it is in blue writing, and I already know what that means. It means it's going to be a Liberal Party message. Haven't even opened it yet, but I'll show you. I guarantee it will be. Opening it up now, and what do you know? Liberal Party. So I've opened it. They've hooked me to open it, but I'm not going to read it because you know what? I get to see this gentleman's face all over it. Don't know him, don't like him, don't trust him. There is no incentive for me to read on because I know they're just going to be pitching policies for Liberal Party. He would do so much better if he literally did not have any of that branding on it and it looked a letter like that. And at the bottom, if he folded that up and he printed it off like an actual letter you send to a friend, that kind of looks like that. I would read it because on the front it says important information for the 2019 federal election. And then I read that. He's both got me to open it, he's got me to read it, and probably by reading it, I actually haven't read it yet because I just opened it. There probably is some information of what his offer is and what he wants me to do as the call to action. That would be so much better if we got rid of those two things. The next one that came through is this one. This one says important voting information inside in red writing, like a warning, right? Then it goes on to say, don't risk a fine, vote and have your say. Now, because it is in red, I bet this is a Labor Party message. Haven't opened it yet, but let me see if I'm right. Most people would get really scared by this and open it up and think it's from the Australian Electoral Commission. And it's not. I thought it was, but it's actually from the Labor Party, the Senator Penny Wong, but she's just got a voter information to actually go register. So I'm going to get back to that. So again, she's hooked me to open it up, right? But it's got all of this like branding on it. And now if I wasn't a Labor supporter and they wanted me to convert me, right? They better just do this. A letter like that, just like the Liberal Party. So if I wasn't a Liberal Party voter, they should just get rid of all of that, hook me into reading the whole thing to see what their story is and what their offer is, and then ask me what to do at the end. It's too hard for me to read. I'm not going to do it live on camera, but this is really cool. This is making my life easy. So if I wasn't already registered for the Australian federal election, this would make my life easy. So she's actually added some bonus time-saving stuff in there that makes me go, you know what, Penny? You are actually helping me out. And in fact, in all fairness, it looks like one of the Liberal parties also has something very similar in theirs on the back And it does, it's got a voter application form. So with this, when you are communicating with cold prospects, you have to remember they don't know you, they don't like you, and they don't trust you. They're not already converted to who you are and what your sales message is. Your whole goal is to follow the AIDA principles, get their attention, then get them interested, then get them to desire what you are actually offering, then get them to take action on that. Or hook them, tell them a story, tell them why it's important what you've got to say, and then finally give them an offer and then tell them how to take action on that offer. Now, please don't put a whole ton of branding on stuff for cold prospects. They don't care, they don't like you, they don't know you, and they don't trust you. This has been a fun day for me. I'm grabbing all of the posts and going through some marketing messages for you. I hope there is some valuable insights into that. So what I want you to do when you're going to create a marketing or sales message, take all of that stuff on board and see how not to do things and try it out. See what happens and let me know, but I guarantee you I've led you up the right path with this. Hope you have a great day and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks for listening, and if you like what was on here and want more, please go to orenprunken.com.